I love all the old war stories that talk about desperate but not defeated. I love telling my boys hero tales. I was reading one time to my son Nathan, and I said, Nathan, God's going to use you to be a hero someday. But a hero is a person who's in a normal situation but chooses to be brave in that situation. At which point he told me that he was going to be Superman when he grew up. And I think that that's a part of the attitude of a mom that really makes an impact on her children and owns this wonderful calling, is you have to say, this is the day God has made. I will rejoice. It's a choice of the will. And when I love military stories, I love hero stories, and I really want to encourage you as moms to understand that you can make a difference. But really, you can either choose to look at your life as a difficult life, or you can turn your attitude, the change of heart, and say, I have this opportunity. I will do this. I'm going to be a hero for my kids because I want them to go into their lifetime with all the love, the encouragement, and the excellence that I would have wanted someone to build into me. And I think your children want you to be their heroes. They don't want you to be perfect. They just want to know that you were intentional and you care about them. And so I feel like in this time in history, I want to just affirm again that being a mom is a wonderful calling because you get to shape and civilize and disciple and determine a lot of the destiny of what the next generation of adults will be.
Yeah.
But it's something that you have to decide to do in your heart.
You might be feeling really desperate, but you're not defeated, and don't believe that. And it might feel like you're in this crazy time and you have no help. And I know what that feels like to not have any help. But God is so good, and He is with you. And this was His idea. Family's His idea. Little kids, raising little kids. It's all His idea, and He is with you. And I know that He is faithful, and I know that if you pray and you ask, He is going to answer you. It might, I don't even know how, it might look different than what you're hoping, but I prayed for years and years and years for Sally. And she came to me when my oldest was 5, I think, and Caroline was 2.5. But I'd been praying since my first. And God so graciously answered my prayers so far and above anything that I could have asked for. And I just know how faithful and good He is and how gentle. And you just keep praying. You keep praying, and don't believe that you're defeated, because you're not.
The one last thing I want to say is I never realized how shaping my children would shape me. When I wanted to expose them to the most wonderful people, I was exposing my soul to that. When I wanted them to become the most mannerly, I thought, well, I guess I have to be mannerly in front of them. When I wanted to be them to be the most godly, I took accountability for my own spiritual life. So in embracing the design that God created, it ends up blessing you. You become the woman that you always wanted to be. So hold fast, be encouraged, and be that hero that your children are waiting for you to be.